day. Let's put your business on display. Network, let's heal and pray. It's our love, we here to stay. Trust in God, he'll lead the way. We on right now, no need to wait. Let's go. It's Nisha's Network, yeah, yeah. It's all about connecting, yeah, let's go.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. It's the very, very merry month of May. And we are talking about mental health and moms in the month of May. I'm talking to moms about mental health. And we all know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you are watching, it will be a great time for you to share. I showed this earlier today, and I am excited to say that I have some pretty phenomenal moms who have been sharing and or who are going to share. We had Miss Laura Olinger earlier today, Coach Laura, and she is a specialist in coaching parents and teens. So it was a great interview. Go back and watch it. Very insightful moments. And so today I have my homegirl, my sister, my family, my partner in crime in the industry, retirement partner in crime, hopefully. None other than one and all. I get a drum roll. PK, Pastor Kelly, poetry and a word. Woo-hoo.
Hey.
Everybody, hey girl.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Woo, how are you?
I am well. I am well.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am
Yes, yes,
well.
yes.
As our mental health is challenged moment by moment,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
piece by piece, right?
That's it.
Okay. Well, everybody that knows me probably knows you. But if you don't, I'm going to let her introduce herself. Introduce yourself to everybody. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Personal, you know.
Okay. Okay. All right. So my name is Kelly Howard. They say PK because I am Pastor Kelly, but I was called a PK anyway because I'm a pastor's kid. So I've been a PK for a long time. Yes, so I am the pastor, co-pastor with my husband, New Joy Divine Full Gospel Church, 7625 South Hosted, for 10 years. And we were the succession plan that my dad and mom had. Amen. And we thank God my dad has passed now. But we thank God I've been a stylist for 32 years. And Nisha was talking about we're retiring. We are retiring. It's easy to say, it's hard to do, right?
Yeah,
After you put your head around, you're like,
yeah.
the salon means so much. So that's 32 years, a salon owner for over 25 years. We now have the newest location for 10 years and suites for 2 years. And I have five kids, Charlene, Jordan, Jerry, Jay, Trey. I didn't say my husband's name, Tim, I think. Did I say?
Yeah, you said
Okay. Two dogs. How that sound? And two dogs. So that's me. Oh, and I have Wardrobe the Word was birthed out of during COVID. During
yeah.
COVID. So almost 3 years selling clothes. So I'm excited. I'm
Yes,
busy, but
yes,
God
yes.
is good. Yeah.
That's so funny because we both birthed things and in the midst of the pandemic, and that was really probably God's plan to keep sanity, right? To say there's more for you beyond the chair and being an entrepreneur and a business owner. So yes, yes, and yes. So I want to go ahead and dive in today and talk about mental health and probably how it affects the body of Christ. And I'm going to say to the body of Christ because you're surrounded by being a pastor, being the body of Christ, mom of girls and boys,
Yeah.
just really worldwide of how we're affected. And so just before we got on here, we got a little prayer alert, right?
We
Just something
did.
that can just cause your blood pressure to go sky high
Absolutely.
and affect your
Absolutely.
mental health. So let's talk about those urgencies for a moment that affect those who may say, I may not have a mental illness,
Yeah.
but my mental health is affected by the day-to-day life. What you think about
When you were talking about that, I don't like roller coasters. And that's what it seems. I don't even like them for real. I'll stand in the line. I'll talk to you, but I'm looking for that chicken door. Isn't it a chicken door? Ah,
that?
I don't like the up and down. You know, this was a good day. Today's a good day. And then you get the alarm. But God said today's a good day, even when you get the alarm. And one of the things that I know he told me, I told my mom this earlier, Nisha, things are going on with me and you know it. But he said, it was like, you know, the moms, and if the real moms are on here, you'll know this movement. When you say, look at me, you know, you got to get that chin and you
Yeah.
say, look at me. God said, look at me.
Mm.
We're looking at the situation. I'm looking at the person that has the contract. I'm looking at the realtor. I'm looking at, come on, y'all. I'm looking at whatever. He said, look at me. So
Yeah.
no matter what's going on, how would you do your baby's face? Look at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And God is literally doing me like that today. Look at
Yeah.
me.
I think he wants us to be masters in the area of looking at him. That's such a good thing because if I think about it, like for me, opening and closing a salon, I feel no stings of it. I've done it so many times. I've had to close. I wanted to close. I didn't want to close, but I had to close it. And I think that it's like I've been broke. I've had money. You know what I mean? So those things don't ruffle my feathers. It's the unexpected things that
Yeah.
come up that are like, oh, I need to master this part of look at me, right? Like
Yes.
a child or the loss of a loved one or somebody going in a hospital emergency, you know, it just then that fear rises up and it causes you made me just think about Peter. Like immediately he was like, I'm doing what?
Yeah. Right,
And
right,
then he
right.
just starts
Even
thinking,
though he asked. Even though he asked.
exactly.
That's
Can I
good.
walk on water?
Look, let me write that down.
That's a good word, huh? Yes, yes, and yes.
Oh,
So what do you do personally to keep your peace of mind?
one of my absolute favorite things to do is listen to music. When I'm listening to music, and I love music,
Yeah,
any kind of, so
any kind
I'm
of music.
that
Yeah.
girl. Of course, I'm not going to do some hard rock that's, you know, bad for you or some hard rap. But I love music. And when I go to concerts, when I'm listening to music, my favorite praise song, I don't think I'm worrying.
Mm,
It's something about the melody. I am just a music girl, and God is just saving. It's a safe space. It's I don't know. It's yeah, it's a good place for me, and I feel comfortable there because I'm a thinker. So
mhm.
one of the reasons it's hard for me to sleep sometimes because it's hard to turn off thinking.
I just talked to somebody about that earlier today. Because one of the things that is difficult is if you can't turn it off, then when does your mind have time to rest? What do you do when you can't sleep? Like I turn on sleep music. Like I have to say, fall asleep in 10 minutes. And Wes is like, why do you have that waterfall playing? Or why you have raindrops? Because I need something to lure me away from my regular thought process and make me rest my brain. Because otherwise it'll stay on.
All day. Listen, like God, you know, I told somebody, and I know you know I shift, right?
Oh, shift.
but
That's fine.
but I told somebody, as long as we show up as God, our family will never need Him because
Mm,
we are the answer. We are the way. Come on, we are the truth. We got the money. Come on, come on.
yeah,
And
that's the truth.
so we're God like. He never sleeps in slumbers. So we up like,
Yeah, yeah.
and He said, I don't need no help.
Not at all.
I don't
Not at
need no
all.
help. And just like you, I have a hard time sleeping. And I was going to get a massage. That's another thing that eases me. But that's when you were talking about sleep. I had to go into the into massage. I mean, I was like, well, what did the lady say about sleep? I didn't get to hear what she said. So I am challenged sleeping. But we got to somehow we got to figure out how to turn it off.
Yeah, well, turning it off. And the other thing is that we're constantly preaching to other people, right? About turning it off, trusting God, you know, leaning not to your own understanding. But then when it turns around that we have to do the same thing, that's difficult. Well,
Yeah.
as a mom, let's talk about this a little bit. As a mom, having adult children now, the mental sanity that you have to have is much more than when they were little. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Changing diapers is the easiest boo-boo you ever clean up.
It's the truth. Girl, that is so good.
You get a diaper, you get a wipe, you turn them around, right? But this boo-boo sometimes they're in is different.
Yeah,
And sometimes they don't want help. And you have to watch on the sideline. And I'm still learning how to be that mom and not parent,
right.
because I think I was parenting. They're saying, I don't need you to parent, but they do want you to be close though.
Right. They want you to be the God. When God don't work for them, they want you to be the God. It's important.
Absolutely.
Well, I was telling my goddaughter today that we're not parenting adults. We're adult. We're parents of adults. We're not
Mm,
parenting adults. We're parents of adults.
I like
And
that.
so you have to take off that parenting hat
Yep.
and just put on that prayer hat because that's the best as they're going to listen to anyway, right? They
And
may get this,
respect it.
yeah. But how do you handle the fear? How do you handle the fear of the future for your kids? Adults.
And I'm literally walking this out and really releasing them to God. Said, God, and you love them more. Like I know we say it, but if I don't, again, I'll be up all night like God. And to really rest in it. And I told my husband, I said, the kids are watching. So you wonder why they're fearful. You wonder why they're anxious. They're watching. And they're watching you be fearful and anxious, even though you preach. You
Yeah.
preach faith, right? And you preach peace. And so I said, no, I have to be a good example of this.
Yeah.
And so literally one by one giving them to God, and then I'm watching God change that. They were watching we talked about Anisha, they were watching a podcast with Tim Ross and
Jackie Hill Perry.
yeah, and they're doing the 30-day challenge,
30-day challenge. Do y'all
Yeah.
know about the 30-day challenge? That Jackie Hill presented to us? Listen to nothing but worship
That's right.
and gospel and worship and praise for
That's
30 days. We're doing it at the salon,
right.
and it has shifted the atmosphere.
And listen, I didn't call them to watch that podcast. I didn't say take the challenge. They heard it before I did.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If we really trust God and say, Lord, these your girls. But we be like, them my girls, them my girls, these your girls, these are your kids. And so they're learning on their own.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to release. And I'm not saying if something urgent comes that it doesn't shake me and things like that. So I'm walking it out. I don't think we ever arrive, right? We never arrive. I think I'm always tested. You think I'm strong in this area. You got to be tested. Are you?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so
And that's difficult too because it's not just with your biological kids, but you've got spiritual children as well. And so when spiritual kids call you with 911s, there goes
absolutely.
that faith that has to be stirred yet again. Okay, one of our viewers said, you cannot master the unexpected. You can only know that Jesus is always available, carrying, coaching, and loving us.
That's good.
Absolutely. You cannot master the unexpected. I
I-
wonder, you can't master the unexpected, but can you master the trust? So mastering that Jesus is always available, caring and coaching and loving us. And she didn't say, or whoever this is, they didn't say causing us to trust. It just said carrying us through the pain or carrying us through the unexpected. That's not
Absolutely.
easy. That's not easy.
And because if we don't trust, we're in the bed. And you know what's funny? I'm listening to that. May not be able to sleep at night, but when you're depressed, you sleep all day.
Ooh.
Come
Ooh.
on.
Come on, girl. God be giving you the flip of the switches. Come on, say that again.
And that's why we can't sleep at night, because I didn't sleep all day. Lord, you just go reveal
Right now in living color.
right now in living color, because we are sleeping. And
Mm.
we've got it, and I agree with that. I want to say that caller. That's how old I am. I want to say that caller, but I just screenshot what she said because I want to. You cannot master the unexpected. You can only know that Jesus is always available. He's a very present help. And what I like about talking to Nisha, first of all, I told you I deem an honor. I love talking to you because when you have a friend and you can talk, it's healing in the conversation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
support in this conversation, even though everybody else is listening to our conversation.
Right.
But it's healing, it's support, it's comfort, So I appreciate this.
Yeah, the truth is that you have to be real with people, because if you don't have real, and that's why I told Kelly today, I said we're gonna just have real candid conversation about real life, because a lot of times I'm superficially trying to interview or whatever, and we're gonna talk about wardrobe and a word and everything. But one of the things that the relationship is so much more important than all the extra stuff,
All the extra.
you know?
Because those are the attachment. I mean, what is the phone? What is the base? What is the core? Like all that other stuff is attachment. But who am I of the core? Because I said, Lord, when I leave this earth, I wouldn't say, boy, she dressed nice. That's kind of not good. That ain't good. Did she do anything else?
Oh,
Did she
right.
encourage anybody? So that's just like the attachments of me, or just the extra.
Oh,
So
oh, I just had a thought.
what?
This will be hard for me, but I just had a thought. I had a thought that what if, so just like my cell phone is attached to this, what if we detached, like if we went away for a women's conference or something, and everybody put their phones in the bowl, not your
Yeah,
women's conference. I wouldn't, y'all don't pay attention to me, okay? I'm not talking about, but I'm saying like to take it and actually put it away, and we had all detachments. How do you think, even if it was for a day, how
I
do you
like
think our
that.
mental health would be? Like put it away. Like if you lost it for a day, you can't do anything. Would it drive you crazy? Would it drive you, I don't want to use the word politically incorrect, but would
Right.
it drive you kind of to a point where you feel like you are going through withdrawal?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you
Think
know
about
that
how you're
story.
looking for your phone. It's nothing else you look like you do maybe your keys. But other than your keys, because you're not going to always be driving. You're always looking for that phone. Where's my phone? Have you ever looked for your phone and you're on it? Okay, maybe maybe
No,
not
I've
you.
done that before.
But
I had it in my hand.
I mean, we have to detach. I agree, because what the phone does is bring you into other people's worlds, and we can't handle it. So then you found out something happened to this one, then over here, and you're saying, Lord, I want to have a good day. And then you heard all of this bad news, but you're still trying to have a good day. And so I think we should detach. I think that should be a challenge, Niche. I think that should be a challenge. I think Nisha's network should give us a challenge.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
That's kind of like, look, I don't want to practice what I preach.
I know.
I don't know how it would be, but I think that that would be such a good practice. You give it, or give it to someone that would not um would, if it's an emergency, they'll get into contact with you. But other
Right.
than that, you're going on a fast from your cell phone for a whole day.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Right. That's good. We would have withdrawals for sure. And yeah, we would have withdrawals.
But do you think well, I don't think you think, I'm sure you agree with this, that the cell phone and the technology is drawing us away mentally?
Absolutely. And I remember when it kind of started to happen. I remember years ago, and it was this couple, and they had two cell phones, the big brick ones. But at that time, you shared the phone with your husband. You really didn't get two. And I thought, why are they getting two phones? And now that's like, I'm not going to share a phone with you. I also remember when you would drive and do a road trip with the kids, we all watched one movie. And I
Yeah.
remember it started to shift away, and
Ooh,
everybody was on their phone doing something else. It was like, wait, we're not going to watch this movie.
yeah.
So it is taking the family, the togetherness, because we all do something else. We all eat something else. We're all watching something else, but we're together.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, it's almost like a movie playing in my head when you said that we literally have moved away from the one device all the way to everybody's on a separate device, even the little people. There's no conversation. And then we wondering why people are having mental health issues.
I think it got worse because we think we're connected, but we're not. We are connected, but it's not to each other. And what we're
Oh,
connected to is not real.
yeah,
Not real. And so if I'm looking at you and you're smiling and all you and the girls and the kids and all of and you guys went away, I'm saying I wanted to go away. We didn't get to go away. Right away, I'm jealous or I'm disappointed or it makes me feel like my family's not good enough.
yeah,
So you're not trying to compare, but it might have been a bad day. And then you see that. That confirms where you are.
yeah. You made me think about social media facade. Somebody says
Mhm.
superficial connectivity.
Wow.
And I just, yeah, that's a whole nother topic for another day. But I wanted to give you a question about so having brain fog. Okay, so I'm going to be transparent. You're going to give me the solution. I'm going to give you the scenario. You're going to give me the solution.
Okay.
Having brain fog as a entrepreneur or self-employed person, you know you have a lot to do, but you don't know where to start. So you get in your car, you drive around, probably in a circle, headed one place, then figure you go somewhere else. The brain fog is there and you just overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. What do you do?
So you're gonna ask me that. You're gonna ask me to answer that question when I'm the one in the car driving around in the circles. I'm so I said, was she following me? Yeah,
That's real talk. I'm just
that's
telling you something real.
that's real talk. That's real talk. And you're stuck. That's real talk because Nisha, if you have Nisha's network, your wife, your mom, sister, cousin, friend, the salon and all the other things, coaching and all those things, you could be overwhelmed. Like, what do I do next? And sometimes when it's the what you do next, you do nothing. And so you're
Fact,
stuck. And so
facts.
it kind of makes it worse because the next day you're further than you were the day before. So it's almost like, can I do one thing? Can I challenge myself to do one thing? Because I'm not great at juggling. And so it says, how do you do it? Oh, I'm a great juggler. No, I think I probably handle what is most important at the time.
Yeah. Well, I only brought that up because of the fact that I've had that moment many, many times. And I think the overwhelmment made me know that I had to do something. Also, when it's too quiet, then the need to find the something, because I know there's still a bunch that has to be done. But rather than taking that moment to breathe, taking that moment to exhale, taking that moment to say, just take a brain break. Like,
Yeah.
talk about your brain when you do brain yawns and you stare into space and you can feel it. And one of my girlfriends, she says, get it, Nisha, get it, it's there, it's there. And I'm like, yes, it was a brain yawn, but
Yeah.
it's like your brain saying, I'm taking a break. And
Yeah.
I've had so many of those, but I know that the brain fog I talked about last month that I had in April, I felt overwhelmed. I felt overstimulated. I felt like my brain was jittering and my eye was even twitching. And I knew that people, and I despise when people say, "You just so busy." You just got so much going on. That annoys me. I said it out loud to no end
Right.
because I'm on assignments, and
Right.
I feel like because the social media world speaks to what you're doing, then people don't think that you take a break. But just because you're taking a break doesn't mean your brain is taking a break.
Mm. It's so true that we talking about getting the rest. And I think I've found myself, and people don't understand. I feel like once I come out of the doors of my home, I'm on. And
Mm,
until I come back home, because now with having,
I could take
um,
that somewhere else though, but I won't.
you know what? But I feel like I'm on. And if I go to the store, one lady said, "Oh, I know you. You sell clothes and all that. You're on. You're on." Or you go to church, you got to be on. And when I get home, literally, I'm in my pajamas within less than 5 minutes.
And you can take your brain off.
I want to. I want to like, and I thank God my family lets me do it. to
Yeah.
just give me that moment, because when the people that give, just give me a moment. And I'm not saying I'm an introvert, because I'm not, but I have found myself loving my home,
Yeah.
like just to be quiet.
Your
To
safe
be,
space.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I was telling someone today, I said, it's you just talked about us being the God in people's lives. I was like, what if we consulted God when the phone rings or the text comes through and say, should I answer that? And I've been practicing doing that. So if anybody knows that you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I just say, God, is that the call that I need to take right now? And I will have to say this. I was sharing, with Shauna, and I was saying that she apologized. She said, I'm sorry you have to be the first for so many things. And it really meant a lot to me, because I don't like to be the first one to hear the tragedy, but I'm also the first one to carry the news to say pray,
Right.
or to carry the news to say, hey, everybody. But I'm learning, and it has not been easy, to take a moment and say, should I respond to this text right away? Or should I wait? Or Lord, how do you want me to respond? That may seem superficial and super deep, but the truth is that we need to ask. Seek ye first. He didn't say seek ye first when it's convenient. He was
That's
like, seek ye first the
true.
kingdom, and all these things, all the thoughts, all the answers will be added unto you. Not the material. I know we take that scripture as materialistic.
Right. And then when I think of that, I'm challenged with somebody calling and I don't answer, and then it was something, because that has happened to me. I was like, I was calling you because I was stranded down, and I'm like, oh, and so.
But did they figure it out? Did someone else come?
Uh-oh.
I'm here. I see you. Uh-oh. Now I don't see you. You guys, we're having candid conversations with PK, Pastor Kelly. It's been really, really good. I'll just read a little bit while we're waiting for her to come back. Someone said, authenticity. Be willing to be you, flaws and all, and see who loves you. Your vulnerability opens others to be real and authentic. And then someone else talked about superficial connectivity. Wow. I've been having a great conversation with my sister friend, the diva, the one and only, with Wardrobe and a Word. And if you guys are not following her, I want you all to go and follow Wardrobe and a Word. You can see her on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. It's just super exciting, just to have somebody that you could just like let your hair down. So I'm gonna ask you to go off and come back in, PK. Kelly, go out and come back in, and we'll give some last minute thoughts. So you guys, please follow Pastor Kelly for Wardrobe and a Word. You can go and I'm telling you, ladies, you'll have some amazing gear. I have purchased some very amazing things from her, and we have been just having this candid conversation. Who do you have that you have candid conversations with? Who do you have? Everybody should have someone that feels safe enough where you could just be real. And we are being real here today. I feel like I was like, I don't want to do an interview. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to relax and talk real talk, because this is what you need to do sometimes when you need to exhale. So how was your exhale moment when you got cut off?
Am I back?
You are.
I'm like this because it was funny when I got up cut off. I was always looking at you, so it didn't go well. It went blank, but then you said, "Hey, we're back" or something, and I was looking at you.
Okay, so this is so good.
Okay,
because we were talking about turning off our cell phones or answering or responding. So that was a perfect example, Lord.
wow.
How everything went blank. She still saw me, but she wasn't able to respond to me.
A preacher could preach that out, right?
Oh, you are the preacher, so go right on ahead, girl.
No. I don't have it today, but that sounds good when I can still see you. Come on now.
Come on.
That sounds good. But I'm telling you, and I don't know who's on here listening, it is therapeutic. We're talking about mental health.
Yeah.
It is therapeutic. One, Jesus and therapy. We need it. We need the combination. But there is also a cocktail of a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to women, we be like, oh, I don't fool with women. I don't like that. I don't fool with women. I am a woman.
Yeah.
I need another woman.
Yeah.
Like my husband's my best friend, but I got another one though that understands me,
Yeah.
understands the time of the month, understands children in a different way. Men are different than the mothers and fathers, and so now I think it's the cocktail of the three. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little bit of family. I think it's a cocktail. It's healing every side of me because sometimes we replace friends with family or family with friends. I need both.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think that's a good cocktail when you're talking about mental health. I think I can't stay mad and be healthy.
That's good.
To remember to be mad. Come on, I'm talking good now.
Yes, you
To,
are.
to make unforgiveness normal.
Yeah.
No, because I gotta do like God. I listen, family. I've been challenged like no other the last month of my life. I feel there's some things that have been said and done that I had never experienced.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting it. And again, I listen to some great preachers like you do say, yeah, but you never prayed like you've been praying and seeking my face. Come on, y'all. So some things we can't pray away. We want to pray it, and I don't have to climb the mountain. He's gonna move the mountain. I get it. But some things to get there, you got to go through this. This and that. You got to go through this to get that.
Mm.
And we don't want to go through this. We don't want to go through our kids acting up. I am in a season, especially with the three girls. I don't think they liked me, and I didn't like them. Come on, talk good.
Right.
See, they neither one. I don't like you either. But it is, if I could read you these cards that these babies wrote me, Charlene, Jordan, Jerry, Jayla, and at the end of Jerry, she said, this is the one that got me, because Jerry said, anyway, I won't say what she says, because I told her to stop saying that. She said, I will always be your listening ear. I'm not going to cry on this show, because moms need grace too. Throw the towel.
Wow. That's so beautiful.
What?
Moms need grace too. Did y'all hear that?
I hope she's on here.
We should do hashtag moms need grace too.
From the baby that wouldn't give me grace, probably.
Woo-hoo-hoo! You said that wouldn't give you grace.
That wouldn't give me grace. And she said that meant so much to me, for another one to say, you're always there, and I thank you, and I know I put you through that. And it's all when you stir that pot, and I don't even cook. Come on, y'all know I don't cook. But when you stir that pot of all of it, it don't make no sense just salt. I don't want to eat just salt. And I don't want to just eat sugar. And I don't want to just eat tomatoes. And I don't want to just eat certain things. But when you stir that pot and you put it all
together, it makes something beautiful.
Makes something beautiful. And I think I'm in a beautiful season, even though out there it's loud outside. It's loud out there, and they're saying some things, but in my home, it's all right. It is well.
Whoo! That was so good. That was rich. Moms need grace too. Yes, we do. Look, somebody's agreeing with you. Jerry, somebody's agreeing with you. Moms need
grace. I can't see it, but
yes. So listen, we are at 33 minutes. I can't even believe that.
That did it.
Fast. But what I do want to do is I want to ask you a question to say, with the mental health and with us having daughters and sons and just spiritual children, you're having spiritual children, what would you go back and say, this is what I would advise for you to do to make sure that you keep your mental health healthy? What would you go back and change? What would you advise?
I think because I love people, I'm a people's person, but their opinions meant too much to me. Their opinions weighed heavy in my life. Mm-hmm. And I think not to allow people's opinions to change your direction or what you think about whatever. I think opinions are just opinions, to really, as much as you can, to make God first. Yeah, you may not have a long conversation with him, but get used to talking to him, because most women talk a lot.
Yeah.
Most of us, not all of us, but talk to him.
Yeah.
About everything, because guess what? I can give you a little bit, and he should give you a little bit, because he's not going to give us everything. He's not going to give it to us, because we can't handle the truth. You know what I mean? And so you still got to go back to him. We can try to assist, we can pray, but you got to go to him. And that if you learn that early and often to really, because I had a moment in the bathroom and I said, I mean, it was an experience in this bathroom. I'm like, Lord Jesus. But to have an experience with him, I felt so safe. I felt so calm.
Yeah.
Just giving it to him when I say, okay, mommy, well, what you thinking? And dad, what are you thinking? Tim, what are you thinking? And it's okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's
their
okay. Yeah.
opinion. But
Yeah.
one thing I can say about my mom and dad, when I thought I'm cleaning the house and I was called to ministry in 1997. And I remember telling my mom, I think I'm called. And my mom said, let me know when you know. Because she did not want to answer that question for me. And so we want people to answer the question. If you can learn to go to God first.
Yeah. Oh.
Now he can use people, but go first.
Yeah, that part.
That part.
Yeah, that encounter is like none other. It's a hit that will always be a good fix. It won't be temporary.
Oh, Nisha, let me write it down. You said it's a hit.
It's a hit that's a good fix that'll
But it
never
was
go
almost
away.
like a lyric though. That's a good one. You gotta tell John. Or
Look,
Dennis.
I need to just talk to you, and then we'll come up with all this stuff. But anyway, I do want you to just tell the viewers about Wardrobe in a Word. That's important because let me tell you something that will help your mental health. Okay, if you just go back and watch the show and window shop. Now she don't want you to window shop, but sometimes I can't be on there every week spending money. Okay, but
Absolutely.
guess what? Every now and then something will come up to say, "Oh, you could do that." So
Yeah.
tell us about that Wardrobe in a Word, girl.
Yes. So
I'm
selling
surprised
clothes
you don't have your banner behind you.
because I'm
Right. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I'm shifting. But that would have been good though. But so I'm not new to selling clothes, and I was doing consignment for years in the salon. I would do consignment and finding clothes. But a lot of that is birthed out of, and now that I'm getting this website that took forever, from Garanimals. You know, Garanimals, do you remember that? No, you remember that? So the Garanimals, for us that know, but I heard it's in Walmart right now. You take the animal. So if it's an elephant, you get another elephant, an elephant pants, an elephant top, that match. I love mix and match. I don't want to be matchy. And that is my love for clothing. I want you to find you, the best you out of Wardrobe in a Word. So not looking like me, but finding, say, but I really like flowers. And if that's what you like, I really like patterns. Finding the best you when you watch Wardrobe in a Word. But it was birthed 3 years ago out of the pandemic. And I was just trusting God, really scared to go in before people. And I was selling things out of my closet for $10. And after that, people were like, do you have a 6? Do you have a 4? And I said, am I supposed to be selling clothes? I thought I was going to just sell my stuff. And that's where it was birthed. So I come on at least once a week on social media. I am working on my website. It is something that has made me wake up in the morning. I'm excited again. I'm
Yeah, and guess
excited.
what? You don't just get clothes, you get a word from the Lord.
I give you a word at the end. I get a word. I give a word at the end, and sometimes it is. Did you see me 2 weeks ago when I anyway? Yeah. But anyway, it's a full show of fun. I think that the mall experience has changed, and I just saw where the USA had 3,000 malls, we're down to 700. And
Wow.
the mall experience has changed. So you have found new sisters on social media, on Wardrobe in a Word. Sometimes they will buy for one another. It is a community,
It's a
and
virtual
hopefully,
boutique. Virtual boutique.
virtual boutique. So hopefully twice a year, maybe we'll get together, something like that. But I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still, I'm excited about what God has for me.
Yeah, that's so
Please come
exciting.
by. Wardrobe and a Word on Facebook. Like and share.
Yes, like and share. Whew, well, this was good.
It was.
Thank you for the sacrifice and the press. I appreciate it. And I'm just encouraged. And I can't wait to hear more from moms about mental health and just
Yeah.
candid conversations. Yeah.
They
It's
work. I tell you, when we can be real, you get real answers. When you tell fake questions, you get fake answers. But
Right.
when you are real, if you tell me something you made up, I'm going to give you an answer that's not going to help.
Right.
It's not going to help, because, we all mothers have to put on this face like it's all good. And just to be candid one more time, it wasn't good. And my sister Nisha, I love her so much. She said, do you want to do it today?
That's right.
The friend that would give you an out, but I knew if I show up, he'd show up and he would help me through this. And now I feel better than I did when I came on.
Yeah.
So it is the blessing. What, 2 or 3? Oh,
Yes. I gathered. Come on.
he's here. So I thank you, Niche.
Thank you for today. This was so good. You guys follow Pastor Kelly Howard at PK and also Wardrobe and a Word. Go
Yes.
shopping,
Yes.
enjoy. Go visit New Joy Divine on 76 and Halsted.
Austin, yes.
And the city of Chicago. And follow her globally. You can shop globally. Did you know that? My stuff comes within 1 or 2 days.
True.
All right. I love you so much and I appreciate you.
I love
Thank
you too.
All right. We'll see you
Bye,
guys
everyone.
next time. Bye. Hang
Bye.
tight.
Connecting vibes.